exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it in a sense, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Using Kane with the moves, is it?
Didn't stop it. He knew what was about to happen. Wait a moment. Wait a moment.
I see it now. I see it now.
Why are you not gonna let it do it to you, Brats?
What? 8th Street.
To show to you that I'm more good than I am bad.
Capture. Stop it. They have a failing. Don't do it to them.
And I'll be somewhere that you need me, and I'll be holding my breath, waiting for you to show.
A 1v5.
And he's sniped by Illusion.
Remedy gonna get gunned again. That was a great nade by Mail.
Should never have gotten that 3-piece.
Welcome, everybody, to the K7 League week number 3 games. Here I am, Shifty, joined here by Kamika. Kyle is how I know him. We've got some crazy games coming up now, but we have Swift Uprising versus the LR Academy as we are currently getting the lobby all set up. Thank you for joining us for the ones who did join us while the CDL is still going. Kind of a poor time to plan the stream, but we'll just keep on running through it as the intro is super lit, by the way. Everyone at K7, whoever made that intro, gorgeous. But we are going to have a wing dinger of a match here, as if you are unfamiliar with how the K7 League works, they are single elimination brackets every weekend. And right now we're going over the bottom half of the bracket. It's going to be, like I said, LR Academy versus Swift Uprising, as both teams attempting to seed their way into what would be the semifinals of this single elimination tournament for the weekend. LR Academy coming in at a cool, let me turn that notif off. Coming in at a cool 0-1 from the LR Academy, as Swift Uprising has bested them by 1 win. They are 1-1 right now, so definitely potentially very even matchups from both sides here. I'm unfortunately unfamiliar with both teams, but we might see some crazy play coming out from both sides.
Yeah, it's totally possible, especially because we've seen some new faces arrive in the LR Academy, apparently, according to our good buddy Heroism, one of the co-owners of the league. He has told me that the LR guys that were there before three of them have been changed out, so it's going to be a little bit interesting to see this new squad in action up against the mighty Swift Uprising. And another thing he gave me was this little thing that we like to call the Lookout, powered by Rogue Energy, as you can see here. This is the statistics from everything up until this point. Swift Uprising on the left, as you can see, has got pretty much about a 1.0 something or other in the KD department on all of their modes. So just about a 1 on all fronts. And the LR Academy, up until this point, which they have not had their new players in, they've been looking a little bit more anemic in terms of KD, all about at around, like, you know, I would say either a 0.7, excuse me, for a hard point. Oh, wow, a 7 would be nice, wouldn't it? But 0.6 on all other counts.
Could you imagine a 7? Oh my God. Really, really solid stats, though, coming out from the side of Swift Uprising. Again, I'm currently trying to figure these teams out as we go. Again, thanks to Rogue Energy for sponsoring the Lookout. Let's run through the maps here, as we will have a best-of-5 series. St. Petrograd, number 1, Arklov Peak, S&D, map number 2, St. Petro again for map 3, Hackney Yard and Piccadilly to round it off, as again, hardpoint S&D, domination hardpoint S&D. So I really like St. Petrograd as a hardpoint map. The more and more I've watched it and played it, I've tend to lean towards that as being one of the better hardpoint maps, I think, in this game. I also like Hackney, and we'll get to see both of those in this series.
Oh, dude, you have no idea how much I love St. Petrograd. It is a fun map, especially when compared to Hackney Yard. Oh my goodness. This map was one of the maps where you could do so many different things. It was one of the maps in the original meta that you could even make 2 ARs work. And that was the other maps of that pool being Ramaza and good old Azir Cave. But now that the new meta is around, and 2 ARs are pretty much standard for every map we go on now, nothing has really changed on this map, so except the only difference being you can't get mapped by an MP5 anymore, so it's going to definitely come to change some things around. I have personally developed some interesting strats for this map for the team that I coach in Band of Misfits, so I'm curious to see if anybody else does anything similar to that. So that's going to be an interesting map. Arklov Peak, always a fun time to be had on that map. One of the only maps that sniper rifles are viable on. Another one being St. Petrograd, Search and Destroy. Again, a very well-balanced map on all accounts. But this is a map that more long-range gunplay is taken into account. Usually a lot of M4s. And it's a very, very tactical map.
Yes, it is, and we'll see a very typical 3-lane kind of setup here, I believe. Like you said, since the meta has changed, we've had a lot more AR presence come out across the board, and I think that actually kind of lends to this map. I mean, the M4 has always been absolutely disgusting, so being able to run it now without a stock or whatever and use it as kind of that MP5 replacement will definitely be something that I think will be a key to victory for both squads here. From what I've seen, LR Uprising is definitely the underdog here. So we'll see how they kind of adapt and see if they can bring the fire here against Swift, because they'll definitely need it, especially after you saw those stats from the Lookout. Definitely insane. So a huge difference there, a huge discrepancy. And if LR wants to mitigate that discrepancy, then they have gonna have to bring the fire.
That is big facts, my dude. So yeah, we're just waiting on this one guy to get back from a bathroom break, according to the chat that I'm in with everybody. And now apparently everybody is ready. I'm going to give them the okay to start this up whenever we are good to go. But yeah, guys, just like Shifty said, this is, you would think, would be based on the lookout, which I will show you one more time. You would think that this is going to be a very, very open and shut story. But, I mean, LR Academy, since these stats have been made, have made some changes, like Heroism said to me prior to the game. So, in my personal opinion, LR Academy stats are basically chalked because of that. It's basically not even the same team anymore, in my personal opinion, because more than half of them are different. So, can't really judge a book by its cover, or you can't judge a person by their predecessors. So, let's see how this does go down on St. Petrograd Hardpoint.
Definitely be a way for them to try and rekindle some of those stats, especially if this is an almost entirely new team. So be interesting to see how they rock forward here, as we are going to be loading up into map number 1 against St. Petrograd Hardpoint here, as now both squads. It'll be interesting to see how they route here. Nobody really going middle from the side of Swift. They're all pushing now. One player hitting up mid is LR Academy, going to have the immediate disadvantage, but need to grab some more kills, as 2 will immediately go down for them. Make it 3. Now Swift in full control of P1.
Yes, indeed. LR Academy giving them some serious issues in terms of Aori, but those issues are going to be immediately squashed. But this is a multifaceted team right here, as you can see. They're not going to really just go in just for the hard point. As soon as they've got your attention over there, they're just going to do a little bit of a diversion tactic. They're going to try and make you think they're going for the hill, and they're going to go for the spawns. And then once you think they're going for the spawns, they're going to go for the hill, and vice versa over and over, just to try and move the enemies around a little bit. Now, War Master going to be getting on the hill with a couple of dudes, just a little bit of time remaining, so they're going to be eating up this last little bit of hill time. Unfortunately, they do go down from Drew here, who has killed 2 of his teammates and 0 enemies. That's a little bit of a rough way to start, but it does make up for it now.
Yeah, not a stat line you want to see, as he was able to Kobe 2 of his teammates there, but unfortunately for the side of LR Academy, that definitely didn't help with them trying to break towards the spawns for P2, as Swift Uprising now looking across the map. 2 players will be sneaking in through the back area, but will get immediately cut down. There was War Master off of the respawn as well. 40-point deficit almost now about to be for the side of Swift Uprising, and honestly, we've seen 2 pretty dominant first 2 hills here.
Yes, indeed. This has been pretty good stuff so far from Swift Uprising. LR Academy has been looking like second banana so far. Gonna be straight up honest, but first 2 hills are definitely nothing to break your heart about. I mean, still got
we're just going to the first. We're just now going to the first real money hill here. I mean, P2 is definitely a money hill, but if you can get the cross map rotations into P3, you can assure at least 20 to 30 seconds if you play it correctly. But Vex is here. He's got something to say about that. Playing the sneaky beaver role, will sneak around the backside, putting down some early shots, and will immediately get cleaned up. So just like that, LR Academy able to string together about 15 seconds here, and nobody from Swift really able to break in other than Rolly, who has now made his presence known, but will immediately get dropped. Trading back and forth as both squads. Still that 50-point or so deficit, though, in favor of Swift.
Yeah, man, they are going to start to get back in this, but what they really need to do is break out of here. As you can see, that's exactly what they're trying to do right now by Zay. He has got 2 kills so far. He's got to get 2 more in order to break through. This does get another in his favor, but as you can see, very, very much locked down this bottom side of the mini-map from our perspective. Zay going to be coming up through P1, trying to do a little bit of damage here. He's going to be seeing one, not quite looking the right direction, and does take him down effectively. So he's going to be getting a little bit close at hand to these guys, and might be able to make them pay before, never mind. They are all set up pretty much already. Yep. They've got 3 dudes on the hill and 2 dudes off site to keep some good control off of it. But the good thing for LR Academy right now is that they do not have control over top blue. But as I say that, they're going and fighting for it right now. War Master going to get instantly taken down off that spot, as Codcaster's getting me some hard issues here. Drew's still trying to get back control over it. So that's going to be a little bit of room made for them to try and break in here, as Drew going into the spawns, trying to even further cut off reinforcements. and now they're starting to break in. Broly gonna be all by himself and dies all alone. But now Swift trying to send in some guys to reinforce this. Not really going too well for them. I mean, they have had a lot of time contested off of this, but that's not to be too worrisome because they are swiftly in the lead.
Well, the downside. Oh, I like that. The swiftly in the lead.
Thanks.
That was clever.
That was unintentional, by the
as
way.
we saw, oh really? As we
Yeah.
saw, see, you're a better person than I am because I didn't just rock with it. I've been like, hell yeah, I did that on purpose. So we saw the transition from P3 where again we see those cross map rotations tend to be so influential in snagging some time. We see the exact same thing as we go from P3 to P4 as Swift trading hills back and forth with LR Academy. P5 now inside the bottom bar area. JMW here trying to make something happen. Full control from LR as of current. 40-point deficit that they're trying to whittle away. Big kills from the front, but will not matter as again LR Academy cleaning those up.
I'm sorry, I think we lost you there, 50.
Hello, am I back?
Yes, you are back.
Okay, hi. Anyways, what I was saying is Swift is currently up 40 points. We saw that rotation from P3 to P4 be extremely advantageous for them. But on the flip side, LR able to control about 30 seconds or so from P5. So definitely not out of the woods yet if you are Swift Uprising. But if you are LR Academy, you need to have a better P1 and P2 than you did the first rotation.
That's 100% spot on there, Shifty, and they're trying to... Oh, apparently that can only mean one thing, and that is GA violations. Let's see what the heck happened. Still to smokes and Cali sticks on the part of, I do believe that is Swift Uprising. They're using the Cali sticks and
wait,
two
what?
smokes, I think. JMW. Yes, indeed. They were... Okay, so another thing about this league, Shifty, is that GAs are rules in this league.
Right,
They're not
okay,
guidelines.
okay.
So you have to
Sure.
follow them or you will get a little bit disqualified. So
a little bit disqualified.
Just
Not
a little
lot,
bit.
Just a little bit. Just one map. Yeah, just a wee bit.
Yeah, so that is actually going to be going into the hands of LR Academy unless I am 100% misreading this. Vex had... Smoking Cali. Oh, you and Vex. What the heck? Hold on. Oh, yes. So that is Swift Uprising. That did come in with the rule violation. That is a bit unfortunate. They were thoroughly running away with that one. But unfortunately for them, they are going to be losing that because they were running 2 smokes and Cali sticks. So we're going to be hopping in now with some Search and Destroy. Basically a huge let-off for LR Academy and a little bit of a... lesson learned that you do not mess with Swift Uprising unless you can really bring the heat.
Yeah, that's
It's gonna be controversial though.
I don't really know how I feel about that, to be honest with you. But that's why I just talk about it and I don't make administration decisions. But either which way, yeah, we will see Swift drop the first map due to some rule violations. We will end up bouncing into map number 2, which again, if you're just joining us, is going to be Arklov Peak S&D. Is LR Academy going to take a 1-map lead? I did see Nate Russell in the YouTube chat say that 3-1 Swift Uprising was going to be his prediction. And you're potentially on a fast track to that because, again, Swift was on a tear there.
And they have gotten a loss, so potentially could be spot on there. Anyways, we are going to be taking this to a little bit of a break while our guys take a little... While our players on the field do take a little bit of water breaks, they get some food or like just get ready or whatever, I guess you could say. Anywho, dudes, we'll be back in about 3 minutes, so do not go anywhere.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying. to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
We are back. Again, I am Shifty here, joined by Comica. We have map number 2 getting ready to get started here. As if you're just joining us, map number 1 did fall to LR Academy as they took map 1 due to a forfeit from the GA violations that K7 has been enforcing. As now we are going to hop into Arklov Peak S&D, which honestly, if it's anything like how map number 1 began, we may see them run away here and at least even the series up. We might be guaranteed a game number 4 here.
Yeah, I mean, that's totally possible with how Swift Uprising has been playing. I mean, they have been sort of upstaging their opponents, but who's to say... I mean, now that the GAs are actually being followed, that it won't start to tip more favorably back towards the other side of LR a little bit. But, I mean, I'd say at least the hard points look very, very thoroughly in the hands of Swift Uprising. I have not seen this new LR Academy side on Search and Destroy, so I'm not going to make any sweeping judgments on them just yet. So we're just going to have to wait and see. I mean, the ARs... for Swift Uprising, they looked pretty dang good. And this is a long-range map, so pretty much all of the players are going to be either snipers, but most of them are going to be ARs. Maybe one MP5 up in here if you're going for like a B hit or a mid hit or something, but that's about it.
Yeah, we see teams tend to gravitate towards one site for a majority of the game on this map, and it typically tends to be that A side push. To me, I think it'll be interesting to see who decides to hit the B side first, and see if there's anything that they can do, as we do have a player, Swift Uprising, not on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's the reason for that is because he did not come back in time before the lobby was supposed to be restarted, so kind of stinks, but we got to get this going as soon as it's humanly possible. JMW and the guys not having any issues, though, taking away the man advantage with no repercussions, even making it even further into their advantage. JMW still on the bomb. Gonna get shot in the back. Oh, good flank by Drew. That was quite impressive. Let's see if he can get even more for it. Does take down Rolly as well. I only wish the Codcaster would let me see it. But yeah, they have got bomb down now as well. So Jace's Boogeyman all by his lonesome. Mid-map with an AR. Let's see how he can do with 35 seconds remaining.
1v3 and the bomb in a pretty precarious location. He's going to try and rotate in through the middle of the map towards Broken, see if he can maybe get some eyes onto a player towards A. Slide right past one, but will turn on him somehow. I don't know how the player from Academy was not able to finish off that kill. However, he will immediately get traded off. So again, the very initial man advantage not working in an extreme disfavor for the side of Swift Uprising at first. However, near the end, definitely we saw that flank coming in from Drew, I believe it was, on the LR Academy side. And again, that's just a prime example of working your numbers.
Yes, indeed. And it appears that LR Academy is basically going for a full hit onto A. Not too surprising. The only surprising thing is that they've got apparently a few subs going up in here, so looking to maybe smoke things out. Yes, indeed, they are going to be smoking things out and trying to get up close and personal with these dudes a little bit. Doesn't go quite to plan for them. And now War Master, let's see what he's got here, getting very close at hand to these guys. Does get a little bit beamed in the face by JMW, excuse me. and Zay trying to get a little bit of a pick from a distance. Well, in the meantime, Aori wins out in middle, so the middle of the map is wide open and clear, and he's going to let them know that, so there's going to be a little bit of a rotation afoot. Aori trying to come up around the back, or maybe no rotation afoot. Aori making him think that they're going to go for a rotation because of his mid presence, but does take down one in the back. Now it is just a 2v2 situation, and Zay apparently keeping him guessing, has now decided on the A site. Going to be giving them a little bit of info with the stun, letting them know that they're at least still here. So, in it comes JMW, still rotating back over, stunning him out to make him get off the bomb just in case, but he cannot afford to get off the bomb. He's really just got to play it real cool. Does not do so.
Couldn't do it. JMW, really solid pick onto Steggy there. That was honestly really important because that opened up the back side of the A site for him and his teammate, Rolly,
I think it is, yeah.
Sorry, it got all pixelated. I couldn't see it there for a moment. But Rolly and JMW able to work that 2v2, and again, that big pick towards the ditch area was extremely huge in allowing them to retake that A site. Is right now Rolly and the rest of the squad trying to keep Swift Uprising in it, and even at the man disadvantage, they are now currently tied up 1 apiece.
Yeah, and hopefully for them, they can get their final player back in here as soon as is humanly possible. I do know that he was having issues with game sound, and that's why he reset his whole system. But you think that by now he would have it all done and dusted. But as you can see here, Swift Uprising is still at a man disadvantage. Not at all deterred by this, though. Still going and trying to grab the bull by the horns. Rolly coming on in, looking to do some damage with the AR, but they are playing it very defensively. Getting some info in the trench, and now Zay is going to try and take a little bit of a peek for it now. Got a hit marker in there, so he knows that there is at least one guy up in there. Got one to his right. A shoulder has been spotted, and he does. His first kill of the game on JMW. Boogeyman coming up here as well, only to die. And Anbu is still chilling in the back. Gets 1 kill on Drew, but the bomb is down, and he is surrounded and pounded. That is going to be another point for LR Academy.
Yes, coming in a very dominant fashion as well, as again, you'll see here, Aori on your screen going to take out the final player alive for the side of Swift Uprising, is now again 2-1. As honestly, I mean, with the numbers disadvantage, especially on a map like this, I mean, this really puts you at a disadvantage. I mean, you can only spread 4 players across a map this large so thin before they start getting picked off, especially when you have the side of LR Academy who has had a sniper from Steggy the entire time as well. So if he's able to pick up 1 kill, that just immediately ruins your chances. However, you do have a full hit to be. Anbu going to be a player to watch here as he is able to pick up Steggy across the map. Their sniper presence from LR Academy has now been dusted, but Aori able to snag the trade. Is now Drew pushing up from behind, will snag another kill. Rolly and JMW now last alive.
Yeah, full control over site, not too surprisingly going to LR Academy. The trades, I mean, you can't really afford to trade when you're a man down, especially. So trying to make some big plays through the middle is JMW with the sub. Does take down 1 as I'm trying my dang hardest to switch to him. He's going to be trying to go up top instead. Going for a very audacious jump. That is pretty dang ballsy, if I do say so myself. I don't know if you can even get in from there. It must take some serious skill. Never seen anybody try and do that before. Not really going too much in his way, as Drew was even waiting there anyway to take him down. So that is still going to be unsurprisingly going into the hands of LR Academy. Not because that they are just so overwhelmingly better, but because I would have to say mostly due to the fact that they are at a manpower disadvantage, Swift Uprising. Not to say that this wouldn't still be the course of the game normally, but you gotta say that most of their losses have been because they have been at a man down. If they had 1 more at least, they would have been doing fine.
Well, right, and again, the thing is how thinly you get spread across the map again with, and I was actually just having this conversation with a friend of mine who also plays competitive COD, and we talked about how the maps in this game are very suited for 5v5 play, because I really wish that we would have stuck with 4v4, but on a map like this, you can't imagine trying to cover the entirety of the map with only 4 people, but Swift Uprising doing it right now as they are able to snag the first 2 kills. A trade will drop as Rolly falls. Now a 3v3. Got Aori on the flank again. Jace's Boogeyman was able to sniff it out, but not without alerting the rest of the team to his presence, as now we do have 2 players from LR Academy pushing down into the river, and he will get immediately taken down. Now JMW last alive in a 1v2. Not an insurmountable position, though, as he is all the way across the map towards this B site.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a huge surprise to the LR Academy guys. They thought that they had it done and dusted, but surprise, surprise, JMW, using the sacrifice of his teammates, not wanting to let it be in vain, has gone all the way across the map, and now he's going to hear that door open and wait for them both to come in. He hears them footsteps, and he comes in and takes down Drew. This is going to plunge fear into the heart of Zay, as he doesn't even know where he's going to be coming from. Good reactions, though, as he does take him down with minimal health remaining. Minimal time as well, but he's still going to stick it, ladies and gentlemen. Close one, close call, scary one for LR Academy. Dangerously close to getting 4v5'd right there.
Yeah, my God. I mean, that was almost insane. I can't believe that he was able to sneak out that kill right there at the end through the wall, but definitely unfortunate for JMW, as it looked like he played it picture perfectly. Again, Zay just getting the better of him in the one-on-one gunfight, because again, honestly, originally it looked like Zay wasn't going to even remotely know where he was at as JMW dropped around to the front side, but a very unfortunate gunfight loss there for the side of Swift Uprising, is now LR Academy again just going to continue steamrolling.
Yeah, again, hopefully they get their final player back in here as, War Master going to be getting a little bit pushed up on here. He should care if he gets traded out. I was about to say he doesn't care, but he should. Because, that's going to be a huge boon to them. A huge benefit dropping from the heavens to them. Steggy going to accidentally nade out Zay as he did not have enough faith in his teammate to kill the assailant, so he kills him despite the fact that his teammate won. And now it is just the team killer, the teammate slayer, and Steggy takes down another one from the enemy team this time, just to go down later. Swift Uprising, keeping it cool, keeping it real. I tried to combine cool and real, and I got keel from it, but...
Real. Keeping it Creel, baby. I'm with it. So speaking of Creel, Jace's shots were nice there, as he jumped around the corner and put Steggy down. Really, facts. I mean, honestly, I thought maybe that Steggy might have been able to at least pick up 1 kill there as he jumped across into the river area. But my God, yeah, Jace's Boogeyman was just destroying him. I mean, he pumped him full of lead very quickly. But again, so I'm reading in the chat as well that currently I think the lobby is on invite only, so I don't believe that they will be getting their 5th player back. They're going to have to play this entire game a man down, which means we may end up seeing a potential round 5 here.
Well, that really does suck, and I don't know why that would be. But anyways,
I don't know either. Again, that's why we just talk about it, right? That's what we do. We just talk about it, dude. We're not admins. We just talk about the game.
Big facts. But it appears that once again, still not able to quite use their manpower to their advantage is LR Academy. They're down, and it was about even for a second there.
Why is LR Academy playing so separately is my question. I mean, we've had Steggy, a completely opposite side of the map, who that will actually be fortuitous for him there for the first time that I've seen it. But, I mean, we've seen LR Academy play so separate across that A site that they've really only been able to pick up 1 or 2 trades there. And again, if we didn't have that numbers advantage in their favor, this could be completely different. But that's not the hand we were dealt, ladies and gentlemen, as now LR Academy will finish off their 5th round win, as now they're only 1 away from taking the lead 2-0 here in the series.
Yeah, oh man, the A site was completely wide open for him, but I mean, how is he possibly gonna know that? Especially, I did detect something just through my auditory senses. One of the players from LR Academy actually threw a stun nade over the top towards A, so that might have thrown off Jace's boogeyman, thinking that they were actually still there, for making him think that the B option was a little bit better. So I don't think they were intending that to be the effect, but that was the actual effect of making him mistakenly think that they were on A, but they were on B. I'm not going to pretend like I know that that's exactly what he was thinking, but I think that that's basically what happened. Anywho, Anbu gonna be taking down Aori very, very quickly off the start, and Jace just taking down another two.
God!
Jeez, you gotta hand it to these dudes. They might be down, but they are not necessarily out. Anbu and Rolly, the only ones left. Rolly all isolated on the bomb. And all he has left to deal with is actually Drew, believe it or not. It's a 1v2, but not in the way you would think it would be. And Rolly just showing some better discipline and usage of cover.
Dude.
This is nice.
The jukes. Rolly putting the whoop-de-wop on him towards the bomb site and putting him down there again. Wow, that was crazy. Nice shuck and jive there on the A bomb site as he was able to clean up that final kill. Now again, 3-5 in an S&D on a map this big with a man down is insane.
This is quite impressive. Even if Swift Uprising do not get the win in the history books, they will get the win in my heart. And probably a lot of the fans' hearts as well, because I know that a lot of people like to root for the underdog, and 4v5, even though Swift Uprising is technically the favorite in this game, 4v5, you're always going to be the underdog.
That's the epitome of underdog, baby. Yeah, hell yeah. That's the epitome of the underdog story.
JMW coming towards the middle as one tries to go for a flankerino. Aori thinking he's got some big brain plans, but JMW got it on lockdown! Almost does pull off a little bit too early, but JMW seeing that kill through does make things a little bit more open in the middle, as it is now a 3v3. LR Academy losing 2 at the time that Swift Uprising lose 1. That is going to put them at a manpower, I guess a stability here. An equilibrium, I guess you could say. Drew gonna be up top inside of B site while the other two stay on A. Swift Uprising on the meantime, just getting ever so closer to a potential comeback in this 4v5. Throwing down a little bit of a flash grenade, getting the info that they are down there, and the bomb has been planted. So now, Swift Uprising gonna have to swiftly get in some better positions here as Drew takes down one. Gonna check bomb real quick, and that was apparently a mistake as he gets shot right in the back. But Rolly can see this through the window here, as you can see now. Takes down one, but defusing right now is LR Academy. He got off the defuse for a second. He's gonna be close, but Rolly is still gonna do it.
Unbelievable plays from the side of Swift Uprising there at the end. They are not going to go out without a fight, as we've seen some very colorful commentary from the players in the K7 Discord chat. But right now, what I think will be interesting to see is how do they react after they have a 5th man back. Will LR be able to potentially close this series out, or will Swift Uprising create the reverse sweep potentially? Can they even snag 2 rounds here and maybe steal a 4v5 dub, which would be the first time that I've ever seen that in this game?
That would be a first for me as well, my friend. But anyways, Swift Uprising, they are splitting up 2 and 2, and that's pretty much what you gotta do. You don't know exactly what LR Academy is gonna be doing, but the info is telling them all signs point to be. So, apparently someone has now lagged out, so now it's a 3v5, making it even harder. Great. Anyways, JMW gonna be coming down the bottom, takes down the bomb planter. Unable to hang with the other millions of people down there, apparently. In comparison to him, they have quite a huge advantage. Anbu all by himself up against 3 as the bomb is now being planted. Anbu, with the weight of the world on his shoulders, has to now do the unthinkable and win a 3. Well, now a 1v3, but started out as a 3v5. Oh my goodness.
Does pop the Deddy here, though, could potentially be advantageous. A huge gunfight win on the inside of the B site as War Master will drop. Some nice shots came in there at the end from who was the last player alive? I believe it was it Rolly, right? Or no?
Yeah,
was
Rolly was the last. No, it was Anbu.
No, it was Anbu. Yeah, Anbu. He put some really nice shots on this guy holding the head glitch there, but Zay
wasn't
able
one shot.
to finish him off. Yeah, yeah, right. No, that's exactly it. Yeah, if Anbu hadn't gotten tagged up by War Master there before he reach out, we might have very well seen a 1v3 there because nobody was in position for LR Academy to trade that kill off. Again, if you're just joining us, welcome to what has been a very interesting match, to say the least.
Bizarre, my friend. Weirdest
now,
match I've ever seen.
0-2 in favor of LR Academy. As hopefully here, we'll be able to get all of the players back in the lobby and actually have a full 5-on-5 again.
Yeah, that would be ideal. I mean, geez, Swift Uprising, despite the fact that things are really not going in their favor today, I mean, first the rule violation, which is within their realm of control, then the guy not having the sound, so he had to leave, not getting back in time, leading it to be a 4v5, and then the guy lagging out in the last round, not mathematically, but the last round historically, but mathematically it could have still gone further if they had still had that other dude 3v5, 4v5 hard, 3v5 unattainable. Let's just be honest. So yeah, hopefully things do go better in the next map, which, just a reminder for the crowd, is going to be St. Petrograd again. So we're going to be returning to St. Petrograd again for a little bit of redemption time, potentially, for Swift Uprising. They can still win this game, although they have to play it perfectly from this point forward and cannot allow any room for LR Academy to make any good plays.
Yeah, definitely not a position you want to be in if you are the side of Swift Uprising. However, I've seen some crazier things, so pulling the reverse sweep out here is definitely going to be their plan. As we will hop into a very quick break, I believe, and we will be back by 6:57, I believe, is the time that we have to start the matchup by. So give us a few minutes, and we'll be right back with more Call of Duty action.
Connor's been stealing from you for years. He's kept accounts open under the names of dead men. Men like them in governance. I stood there and helped him kill Finn to line his own pockets. I thought I was working for you. But I wasn't.
You think I'd give up my son?
He was betraying you.
I know. This is the life we chose, the life we lead. And there is only one guarantee. None of us will see heaven.
Changes around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality.
Welcome back, everybody. Again, I'm Shifty here, joined by Comica, as this has been rather comical, to
Oh
be
my
quite
God.
honest with you. You like that?
Yeah,
is
I
that
do like
better
that.
or worse than the Swiftly that you totally accidentally did, quote
I
unquote?
did it by accident 100%. But yours
Yeah,
was still
okay.
better because it was obviously planned.
Either which way. I mean, this has been kind of rough, as we do finally have, I believe, a 5-on-5 now.
Yep, that is right.
Finally. So yeah, map number 3. If you're just joining us, it is a 2-0 lead for LR Academy due to some formalities, to say the least. But now, Swift Uprising back and ready for the reverse sweep here. We'll see if they can make that happen. They immediately have the AB control as they're trying to push towards C and get a trip here. But Steggy does have something to say about that, as he'll pop the trophy down onto Bravo. But nobody has secured C yet either, so this is not good.
It's basically a full team wipe there for LR Academy. They're basically back to square one, and Swift Uprising is using this time to get in even better positions. Anbu coming up through the mid, and oh, here we go, dude! This is something that I wanted to see for a long time. Just getting snuck up on and taken down for the count. Jace's Boogeyman. Is he going to try it on the other guy as well? No, he would not dare go for that a second time on another dude in a row. That would have been quite a sight to see two assassinations, executions, whatever, thrown together like that, but oh, it would have been too much to ask for. But Swift Uprising going to be flipping the script on them a little bit, literally flipping the map at the halfway point and getting B and C when they started with just A. So it appears that they're actually trying to go for a little bit more than just that. This is one of the maps that it is actually very easy and possible to get a full cap on without flipping them in your opponents into more beneficial spawns. So as long as they can get themselves nice and ready on the exits of P1 on Hardpoint, the apartments, they will be looking pretty dang good. Surprisingly, Jace's Boogeyman does not kill that guy right there. Pre-patch, that would have been a kill 100%, but Drew does turn the tables on him and take him down. So now they are going to be nice and free. The bird is out of the cage, the cat is out of the bag, and they are now starting to fight back for B, and they've gotten people through for C as well.
Yeah, Cat has gotten all the way out of the bag and now towards C, as Drew was able to sneak up behind one. Kind of interested as to the strategy behind that kill, as they are finally able to flip to, I guess, what is considered to be the more advantageous side here of the C and B hold. Both sides can be used, I think, if properly set up around the map. But C and B has definitely been where we've seen a lot of teams tend to favor. But right now, 2 flags in control for LR Academy. Everybody from Swift kind of spawning back towards the A side, but it's a split spawn now as Anbu is able to sneak in towards C. Not able to neutral it, though. Nice heads-up play from the side of LR Academy to prevent that neutralization there. But it's very, very close as now Swift Uprising pushing the issue towards middle map and now getting into that C flag area as only one player was able to stop it from LR Academy. That was Zay. He drops now a 2-0. Make it a 3-cap flag advantage here.
Yes, indeed. Oh, man, I just realized I had the KDs off that entire time, but oh boy, it is not looking good for LR Academy in the kill department. Warmaster has been having the mother of all rough games today, the mother of all games you want to forget, in the Search and Destroy as well as right now, too. 1-7 after basically the end of the first half. He's been getting all the caps for his team. But oh my goodness, that does not matter because they are not in the lead. Swift Uprising, surprisingly, despite the fact that they are massively outslaying their opponents, are not incredibly in the lead. This is still an attainable thing for LR Academy, but they have to make sure that they don't keep losing a B like that. Vex, he's just playing with them right now, just playing with his food as, oh, I see another GA violation. He's got the 10mm rounds, bro. That is so freaking rough. I can, if this ends again because of a GA violation, I will hang my head in shame, bro.
How do you know that he's got 10 mil on?
You see, because of the clip shape, the magazine shape.
Oh, you're right. Okay. I was like, wait, how did you know that? But okay, you're right. Yeah, so 10 mil being used from the side of Swift Uprising. Don't know if they're gonna want to do anything about that or not.
If they notice, which they will.
Oh, the stream stopped there for a second for me. I thought it was over.
Oh, it stopped for me too. That's just the gameplay.
Okay, good. That's awesome. No, yeah, we love to see that. Yeah, 40-point deficit after the first half in favor of Swift Uprising. Again, we'll get word here if they plan on finishing the map or if something else happens. But
yeah, right there it is. 10 mil. They're talking about it in the rules chat, and apparently Pro Ballers having a talk with them right now about having them take it off so that there's no longer any very unnecessary losses being taken by Swift Uprising. Man, that would really, really suck if they came this far just to get beaten out by themselves at the end of the day.
Yeah, but see, okay, here's my thing though. Again, this is why we talk about it and we don't do admin stuff. But again, if we're being completely fair here, then I feel like based on the GA violation that happened during map 1, this should be over, correct?
I have no idea, my dude.
I mean, they're going to give them an opportunity to take the 10 mil off, but they didn't give them an opportunity to...
No, you see, they give them 3 warnings. They do that on every map.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I didn't know for sure.
Not yet been issued.
Fair enough. Okay, well then we're just gonna continue with it, I guess. The throttling that is happening for the side of Swift Uprising is we had Anbu going on a 10-kill spree. He started off 5 and 4, and he was absolutely feasting.
Yeah, it appears he's trying to go for even more on C, but... Oh, trying to turn on Drew, and he almost does, but just the first shot's getting him down to 1 bullet. Definitely not doing him any favors. And now LR Academy, they're trying their hardest to get back control over B, but it's not quite working out for them, especially Drew. Body shots, I think, maybe not. Maybe just making sure he was dead there. Maybe just a little bit of a... Oh, Aori taken down 2 off of the flag there. Just keeping it nice and clear for his teammates as they're starting to reinforce now, but, I mean, Swift Uprising getting some reinforcements of their own. It's going to come down to a secondary clash of the Titans here in the gunfights. Aori's still keeping them nice and off of B, but you can only do that for so long until that little bit of time that they each get on it amounts to a flag cap, so he's just going to sit there and wait. In the meantime, Drew going for a little bit of a flank to A, so as long as War Master can get this kill on C, they could potentially, which he can't apparently, they do get Aori get a cup and give him some help though. If they can take him off B right now, they could get a full cap and potentially come back.
Yeah. Well, they are going to have that because at this point, I mean, a 40-point deficit is not where you want to be. A 2-flag cap will not, it would just be enough. But a 3-flag cap will definitely be enough as now A, B, and C going to go in favor of LR Academy, at least for the moment. They should be able to get at least 1 or 2 ticks off of it. The 1 tick will happen. C going to be neutralized and now capped by the side of Swift Uprising. That was Rolly as now they, it would have been, but got picked off. However, they split spawn and Swift Uprising now gaining control of the A side.
Yeah, so LR Academy definitely not keeping Swift Uprising stuck as nearly as hard as they need to be, especially now that they have gotten out for the A spawns. This could be flipped right back on them if they're not careful. War Master, who is 5, 6, and 13, trying to get back control over A, and he and his boy are just chilling on it, trying to cap it as quickly as possible, but Anbu knows that they're both there. He's going to take them both out with help from JMW, so they're going to get back control over A, which is the minimum that they need in order to keep their lead in this game to the end. But yeah, in comes Zay, trying to keep it going, trying to keep the hype train going for them. They could possibly still do this, but Steggy and the guys, oh my goodness, I just looked at their KDs. They are getting absolutely pummeled, just skull dragged across the entire battlefield. It is not pretty. Aori, the only one positive, and he is just sitting up here, just feasting on anybody who tries to get on B, and he sticks it to Rolly, quite literally. Going on in for B, only to die himself. I guess that's a little bit of poetic justice for how many people he killed on B. But anyways, Steggy and the guys, they are going to be almost winning the fight, but oh goodness. It's just a never-ending battle for B, my dude, and that is exactly why Aori's trying to go for the flank to A. This is why we always see this, because B is just such a hostile environment for flag capping, especially if you don't have smoke like JMW and his guys have right now.
Well, and especially towards that B flag area, we see such a constant cluster of players trading kills back and forth. But right now, Swift Uprising looking like they're going to take a victory here and attempt to claw their way back into the series. Again, unfortunately, due to some mishaps throughout game 1 and 2, they were not able to clean either of those maps up. Now, LR Academy will drop this map and it will go to 2-1, and we will be transitioning to Hackney Yard Hardpoint right after this for map number 4. And honestly, it may very well go the same way that this one did.
I mean, if you really take a look at how close they were before the end of the 30-second margin, it was not that far off for LR Academy points-wise, especially at the end. Only 20 points it's not a lot, but it's definitely nothing to sneeze at. They definitely thoroughly lost that map. But
well,
Swift,
and my thing is, though, is the slaying numbers were so skewed.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, the map control was just not there because even though LR Academy was able to sneak around and steal some caps here and there, but the real main I guess player there was the kill difference. Is really and truly Swift Uprising never slowed down. They had an absolute dominant kill run throughout the entirety of the game. So even though they only won by 20 points, if you take a look at the scoreboard, it should have been a lot more than that.
Yeah, really should have. But, I mean, that just goes to show you that these guys aren't just playing with their thumbs. They are playing with their heads, my friend. They are, making sure that they make smart plays. But, I mean, their brawn has not really been there to carry out what their brain has had in mind necessarily, I guess you could say, for some of these matches. But they've been making it pretty close just because of their in-game knowledge on this one, at least. I'm not going to say that for the other ones because those, you can't really say what really happened on them because of, first the GA violations and then the 4v5 situation. You can't really say whether or not they would have actually won that one. I'm not saying that they would have lost. I'm just saying that it's not clear what the result would have been if it had gone the other way. But anyways, we are going to get hopefully a clear answer here on Hackney Yard Hardpoint now and see if we can have LR Academy finish off Swift Uprising or if this is going to go to map 5. It's going to be a tight-knit situation here. It's going to be a very, very juicy one, and if you guys want to stay tuned with this one, make sure you guys keep this tab open as we go to our 3-minute break. Do not go anywhere, guys, and do not let your hearts be troubled. This game is just about far from over, I would have to assume.
Welcome back, everybody. I am Shifty here, joined by Comica, Kyle, the man, the myth, the legend.
Thanks, buddy.
As we have map number 4 coming up to you now. Again, LR Academy versus Swift Uprising. Is Swift down 1-2 right now, again, due to some unfortunate situations, but we are going to run headlong straight into map number 4. It is going to be hard point here on Hackney, as now both teams going to fight over the middle of P1. We tend to see this hill excuse me, be relatively scrappy, as neither team able to attain some control yet. LR Academy does get the initial 5 or so seconds on the hill, but again, that only really matters so much, as we'll see the players from Swift Uprising attempt to back up towards P2 and ensure those rotations.
Yes, and the LR Academy, they might not have the good side on this map, but they have been playing this very, very smart so far. They're going straight in for the hill time, which is exactly what you want, because if you can get a lot of hill time off this one, it basically negates the effect of the next hill.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, they get close to you, but it basically has the effect of just saying, hey, even if they don't get the hill time on here, you guys can still be tied after the hill that they really should be getting their time off of. So as long as they can come out of this with more time, well, I would say a little bit more than like 30 seconds more time than Swift Uprising, they'll be looking pretty good for next, especially if they can break it, which again is hard to do, but it's not totally impossible, especially with Drew taking this position that he is. Especially if he has an AR, I'll be very impressed if they do decide to take over this spot. Not impressed with the fact that he just died there, but yeah, we're kind of getting a little bit smoked, but War Master kind of breaking through, kind of not breaking through. No one really breaking through for LR Academy now. And Swift Uprising now starting to take the lead again.
4 immediately go down in favor of Swift Uprising there, as they caught the rotation to P2 and have not looked back. Now a 5-point lead for them after being down about 30 seconds before the rotation to P2. Almost a full hold there from the side of Swift Uprising, as now we'll see 4 players converge towards P3, as LR Academy is going to have their hands full towards the middle of the map to try and pick up some kills here. They're going to need to do something very, very quickly, as it looks like Swift Uprising has already forced the issue towards P3. 1 kill coming in from War Master, but that 1 kill might not be enough, as now he will drop along with his teammates there towards that smokestack area. Now pushing back towards green and yellow side is the Swift Uprising squad, so they've already gotten a foot in their spawn as well.
Yes, indeed. Swift Uprising going to be taking the spawns away from LR Academy, when that is basically the goal of this hill, is to get those spawns. It's not very often that you get a lot of time off this hill, just because it is so dang scrappy, so open. Literally, you can just lob grenades in it from all the way across the map. Yeah, you have trophy systems, but that only stops 3 grenades, and if you count tactical grenades, they actually have 10 grenades to throw at you. So it's basically a losing battle trying to get time off of this. But if you can manage to get in these good positions, like on next inside of green and top L, which again is hard to attain, which is why this is usually a hill that's used to get control of the spawns, which Swift Uprising have done. Yeah, it's basically what I'm saying here is that it's a really hard hill to get time off of, and it's mostly for posturing.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is all about for map positioning, and we see that very often with P4 here as well in the bottom green area. Getting this kill, oh my god, through the smoke, nice! Is Rolly able to slide into the DMs and pick up 3 back-to-back-to-back kills
that
there.
Is painful. They lost the spawns.
I know, right? But I mean, hey, what's not painful for the side of Swift Uprising is this 60-point advantage that they're running with right now. But again, like we were talking about, getting the positive positioning for P4 tends to be the most advantageous thing that you can do. I mean, this is a very easy hill to contest, not a very easy hill to break, but the good side of it is that if you do play it correctly, you can almost ensure a full hold on, which is what we're getting ready to see here too.
Yeah, sorry about that. For some reason, I got a schedule. Anyways, we got Vex chilling like a villain right here. on the next hill. This is, in my opinion, the hardest hill to break on the entire map. Even harder than P2. This is literally a fortress hill. You cannot break through it. This is like the shell of a tortoise. It does not get smashed very easily, and you basically, it's an impenetrable defensive layer. But Drew and the guys, they're trying pretty hard, and their trying has not gone unnoticed, but it has also gone unrewarded. As, oh, maybe Zay can be breaking through here. Has kind of broken through their impenetrable defense as they do try and go for the spawns. But Swift Uprising still keeping it even after they have departed for next. LR Academy saying you can't have it both ways, my dudes. You can either get the spawns for next, or you can get this last little bit of hill time, which again is going to put Swift Uprising dangerously close to that margin where they can win out of any of the remaining hills. If they can get to 200 off of this hill, then I would say that this is pretty much done and dusted, and we're going into map 5. Especially look at how far away LR Academy is.
Oh, yeah. Well, and we're seeing a complete flip from what we saw during P1 of the first set of rotations. LR Academy was able to push in, pick up some big kills, and ensure that P1 can hold for about 30 seconds, as right now we have now finally seen LR Academy able to break in and get full control of a hill for the first time since P3 there for a brief moment. 120-second advantage, now 110-second advantage for the side.
Oh, yeah, Zay saying it's chalked.
As they're saying it's chalked. I don't disagree with them at this point, as P2 rotation going to be extremely important, and I don't think anyone from LR Academy is going to be in a prime position to make it happen, as we do see the entire right third of the map has been completely blocked off by the members of Swift Uprising.
Yeah, this is going to be basically the impossible. This is literally mission impossible for LR Academy right now. They're not going to be able to break through, really. It's because this is just such, again, this is the second hardest hill on the map to break, and it was sure that they had difficulty even doing it the first time on the other hill, but now they have to do it in order to win it. So I think potentially with the increased, intensity of the situation, the direness of the situation, they can do it, which they have just done right now, proved me correct. But the bad thing about this for them is that they still have to go and contest next as well, which, oh man, they've already been beaten to it by Swift Uprising. The reason why they were able to take that hill so easily is because they already rotated for next. But I mean, LR Academy, they're still keeping it real. They're going to be getting the spawns and the hill time, despite the fact that they had been basically beaten to it by Swift Uprising. Now, they are on the hill now, so Zay does kind of have to run through the gauntlet to get this dude off. But, I mean, it's still showing some serious heart from these dudes. He's trying to take on 3 dudes, but runs out of bullets, and that is just about it, dudes. And Drew can't stop it either. That will be Swift Uprising taking it to map 5.
JMW there doing a phenomenal job playing Ring Around the Rosie towards P3 with, I believe that was Zay for the side of LR. But to no avail, as I saw them pass each other up inside that smoke at least twice. But really, really solid map coming out of Swift Uprising, as the reverse sweep is potentially real, as we're going to go on to Satan's map for map number 5 in S&D Piccadilly.
Yeah, you're right. You hate this one. Oh man, one guy that I'm looking at going into the next map, not just because he went 23-6 on this map, but the fact that he is the AR, the main AR, one of them, going into a map which is very, very AR friendly in, remind me of the name again, Piccadilly. Just had to look at the map again for a second there. Anyways, dudes, this is again a very AR friendly map. There's been a lot of AR friendly maps in this new very AR-friendly meta, now that the MP5 has been cut down to size, in my personal opinion. Should never have been that powerful, but now we are starting to get a good balance of things, at least as far as I see it. So, this is going to be the final test. If they can actually defeat them in the Search and Destroy when it's not 4v5, can they still win when it is a full 5 versus a full 5 on Piccadilly? We're about to find out. Shift, you got any predictions for me before we go to our break?
6-3 Swift Uprising.
All right, well, we'll see if that is true. I'm not going to debate it because I honestly don't know, dude. I don't know. It's basically very similar to Arklov Peak. I'm not going to talk about this too long, and I'll just send us to the breaks because the faster we get done with the break, the faster we get to the match. Duh. So I want to see this. So let's go straight to the break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here for map number 5, and by we, I mean myself, at ShiftyHJP on Twitter and at Comica_18 on Twitter if you want to come find out when our sexy voices will be on more Call of Duty streams. But thank you for K7 League for having both of us as map number 5 going to get underway. LR Academy all knotted up with Swift Uprising 2-2, and we get to celebrate this 2-2 tie with, in my opinion, the worst map in Call of Duty history, Piccadilly S&B.
Map. Oh, I was muted, but yeah, what I was saying is I actually really like this map, but really gonna be chilling up inside of the barrier here. We're keeping an eye on the substation heady, but they have already gone into good old library. Now, Drew gonna be putting some shots in them just to take a few right on back. That's usually how it goes. Game of trades. Zay gonna be all alone up in here as the bomb is being planted. Or, yeah, he got it off literally just in time. Zay kind of exploded him with a car bomb, but he's still got many, many more around him. He's got Rolly behind the car there, and even further behind the other thing as well. So War Master, man who's not been having too much luck in this game, on the full flank around the back, trying to make it up to his team for his earlier shortcomings, and he's going to get shot right through the smoke. Feels bad, man, as Swift Uprising swiftly taking the lead. That one was planned, I promise.
Nice. As, yes, could you say that Swift Uprising is swiftly uprising in the series?
I would say that they're rising up on the leaderboards.
I had to try and work that one, and that was real bad. I apologize.
It's all right, dude.
But I will say, to your credit at least, I will say that I like casting this match or this map a lot more than I like playing it. I think it's a very interesting map to watch, but I hate playing it as a player. By the way, is he playing? He's 0-0 right now, and there was definitely kills that flew in both sides during that round. So, like, have they?
Back in.
Oh man, so I mean, you know, Swift Uprising giving them the 4v5, 3v5 at one point, but LR Academy trying to even up the odds and say, if you can do it, we can do it, even though they're down 1-0 and now trying to halt the reverse sweep incoming from Swift. But Steggy will have the bomb. And because Aori was never spawned in, now a 2v2 as the bomb going to be rotating towards this B site.
Oh my goodness, the lag in this game is incredible. But just as I say that, Anbu's going to take a little bit of a dirt nap, and that leaves Vex in literally the same situation War Master was in. Literally picture perfect. It's not going to go, we can see him from underneath.
Oh, what a dirty angle. Oh my god. I need to play this game more, dude. I didn't even know that was an angle.
Oh, I did. I've seen it before, but I'm just surprised that he knew about it. Anyways, Steggy coming on up and trying to defend the site. He just has to play this really cool, and he's going to be putting some shots on him, but gets almost close enough to kill him, but gets World Starred in the end. He really should have just played that a little bit safer. In all honesty, tried to look cool, ended up looking like a fool as Vex gets the defuse, making it 2-0.
Damn, dude, you could rhyme any time. How about that?
I'm a poet, and I
full
didn't
and
even
cool
know it.
There. Oh, nice. As Swift Uprising taking a very dominant 2-0 lead here, as we did see some very nice shots from Vex's come out at the end there in that 1v1 smacking that we saw.
Oh man, dude, just I can't believe that he didn't come away with that win. He really should have played that a little bit better.
Yo,
but,
I'm still
that's
caught up on the angle. I'm still caught up on the angle that I saw underneath the ambulance, dude. I'm still caught under the. Oh, nice shot. Good lord. All right, Jace, I see you. Putting in the work with the sniper rifle across map as 2 will drop for LR Academy. Make that 4. As now it is a 1v4 in the opposite side as the bomb has been planted towards A. This is insurmountable to say the least as Swift Uprising taking a dominant 3-0 lead.
Yeah, it was pretty much out from within their reach. It was basically unobtainable at that point. Literally stuck at the mercy of Anbu. Fun fact, the name of like the FBI equivalent in the Naruto world is the Anbu Black Ops, and I'm pretty sure that's where he got the name from. But yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, he's doing a little bit of intel work for his team, doing a little bit of the dirty work, taking out all the players. But anyways, War Master gonna be coming up through mid now. Very, very ballsy as he befalls Vex. Can see into that double slit.
How did he miss that? That was crazy. He shot right through homeboy. That was crazy. But again, Aori still not spawning in, so we have a rather unconventional 4v5 going on right now as JMW will snag the kill onto Zay. Now a 2v4 in favor of Swift Uprising. We've been consistently in this position as Rolly will snag one more. Oh, nice slide around the corner there, but Steggy now going to get pegged at the end. And honestly, I mean, this is over, right? This is over, right?
Peggied.
I know, right? You like that? Yeah,
I like it.
I could rhyme anytime too.
Great.
Yeah, that's rough, dude. This is a rough game.
Shooting bodies too. Swift Uprising. They are incensed that the game has gone on this long. In their opinion, this game should have been done about 30 minutes ago. But, I mean, here we still are, trying to finish things off. As Drew trying to take some shots the way of the enemy, not quite getting anything for himself. In the meantime, JMW getting ever so close with your bid buses. He can pretty much do anything he wants from in here. He's gonna have a good idea of where these dudes are at. But Drew getting a two-piece collat on Anbu and Rolly. JMW gonna have the deficit of play right now.
If they manage to lose this round after the collat, I'm not commentating round 6. I'm just gonna sit in awe. Because Drew picking up one of the craziest collats I've seen in a long time.
Oh, you can do it with the AR too.
Oh my goodness gracious, he's pacing as now Jace last alive in a 1v3. Drew, Zay, and War Master. Now last alive is Jace as he's going to try and will be able to escape and steal one kill. Ego chowing the second. How is he not dead? Throwing the Semtex at the bus, not killing himself, but getting immediately cleaned up.
Okay, so I've got a little bit of info on Aori. Apparently, not even his teammates know what the heck happened to him, and he is a little bit MIA, so that's a little bit rough. I would definitely be calling for a timeout right now, but it's a bit unfortunate that I don't even know if that's a possibility, but anywho, still going the way of Swift Uprising. I guess this is a little bit of poetic justice for the thing that they had to... Oh, Drew coming in again with the sniper rifle. And Aori's back, apparently. Here we go.
Uh-oh. Can we hop to his perspective real quick and see...
I was about to do that exactly.
How he does after the quick hiatus where his team definitely needed him as he's going to be watching a very off angle towards the cross to B. The timing sucks as Rolly was able to slide across and not be seen, but the guys from Swift Uprising really in a solid positioning set here. Even with the man disadvantage due to Jace dropping relatively early, they have a lot of the angles covered here. Be interesting to see how LR attempts to retake one of these sites.
Yeah, as you can see, JMW is a little bit besieged up here, and there is nobody coming to help him right now. Anbu might be trying to do a little bit of a rescue mission here, as you do see... Oh, he's got the... I guess he just wasn't expecting an enemy to be standing right in front of him, but Steggy was doing just that. He's going to be getting underneath inside of the clothing store, the shoe store, whatever you want to call it. They sell everything up in here. They sell just clothing, they sell shoes, they sell everything. But what Swift Uprising need right now is just 2 more points, and that is not for sale, apparently, according to LR Academy. Vex trying to come around the back and do a little bit of damage. Just goes right past him and taking a lot of bullets. And Zay, he is really all by himself right now. They're defusing. Zay gotta come huge. Rolly, the only one left. He's coming up for him, going for the ego chow, but gets ego checked. As LR Academy saying this ain't over just yet, making a big display out of this.
Saw some really poor shots from JMW there at top Nike and was not able to clean up that kill, but the rest of the Swift Uprising squad following suit with those poor shots and dropping around here again as now LR Academy has won 2 rounds since Aori has been back. Maybe he was the missing piece. Maybe he was the missing piece to bring this S&D back. I will say that before the break, I said 6-3, and I'm going to try and teach myself to do a backflip if that's what ends up happening.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be keep an eye on your Twitter to see you follow through with that and give us a video of that. But anyways...
I'll be sure to send you a video of me in the hospital after I break my neck, for sure.
Oh, man, please. Anyways, we are going to be seeing JMW getting that mid-bus control once again. So he can pretty much go to any of the sites he wants. Going to throw out a little bit of dope smokage, as he does kind of feign an assault towards that side of the map, but it appears that the true intentions are to go for B, as A is all by himself, and I just have to turn the player cards back on real quick, because for some reason they're off. Anywho, we've got Zay up in here, has expended all of his grenades. That's one of the things I wanted to check. He's going to get a little bit riddled with bullets there as War Master on the flank again. This appears to be his MO. This should go on the flank from A. He's going to smoke out, which does kind of goad Boogeyman to getting a little bit aggressive with it, but he's, saved by a teammate, I guess is what I was going to say there.
The bait and switch.
Yep, the bait and the
classic
switch.
bait and switch from the middle there. Is again, we've seen this a lot, though. Swift Uprising, even when they would lose first blood, they have the angles down pat. I mean, they are doing a really good job of spreading the map across, which we even saw that in Arklov Peak. They were attempting to, with the man disadvantage, attempt to spread the map, which I think, especially on a map like this where you have a lot of long sight lines where the ARs are going to be very pivotal, spreading yourselves too thin can be a problem. But if you are watching angles correctly, then it is just an absolute constant crossfire, especially for the other side. So that is going to be Zay taking the bomb, as Anbu will pick up the first kill onto Aori. Is now 4v4 as Zay will end up car bombing Vex there. Big shots from
that's
JMW.
a rough decision.
Can't make it happen though.
Mid-map with the bomb now onto us. Full control over the bomb. War Master has to come to him and get all the kills for the win. He's all by his lonesome. He needs to be set up on all sides by his enemies. And they surround him now. They're all around you, pal. That's an Eminem line, by the way. As Swift Uprising take the win in this game finally.
That was beautiful. The reverse sweep, absolutely imminent. As we saw it in the chat. We saw it in the chat from the beginning after the first two, how do I put this politely? Let's say GA violations. Let's just say it that way. I won't say it any which way. The GA violation for map number 1, the down man advantage for map number 2, we saw pretty much an exact counter to that in the last 3 maps. Really and truly, the domination being the only one that was close.
Yeah, man. I mean, the one and only map where we did not have a GA violation or some kind of limiting factor for one of the teams in the first 3 maps. It was actually very close. But then, towards the end, Swift Uprising, they just really, really surpassed their opponents, and they basically had them counted out from the beginning, and that's based on their attitudes, at least. Based on how they were playing, they had pretty much counted out their opponents. Did not think it was going to go this far, and honest to God, based on how it ended up, I don't think it probably would have if things hadn't gone this way. But, I mean, Swift Uprising, the result has not changed from what I predicted yesterday. They are going to be going on to fight up against... Don't quite know yet, actually, tomorrow.
Let me pull that up for you. I got you. They will... Oh, yes.
No, we actually don't quite know
the winner
yet.
of Chaos Gaming and Valiant Gaming, which is going to be your 9 o'clock match. That match will be going on in about an hour and 15 minutes. I, unfortunately, will not be here with you guys to do it.
No, me neither.
But, you're not going to be here either? All right. So, never mind. Then neither of us are going to be here for the 9 o'clock match. However, if you are interested to see who will advance and play in the semi-final round, then you need to be on the lookout at about 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as then Chaos Gaming and Valiant Gaming will be taking each other on. Let me pull up the stats here, as Chaos is currently 2-1, so they have played 3 matches and have bested their team, their opponent, in 66% of those matches. And the Valiant Gaming squad is currently 1-1, so potentially a much better match than we would have seen here.
Yeah, honestly, I think this next match is going to be really, really good. I know that I'm going to be tuning in for at least a little bit of it before I have my cast at 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. But, I mean, who's to say that the match won't be done in that time? Probably won't be done in that time. Let's be honest, this is going to be a very close match. I can't wait to see it be done by our co-casting buddies. Here at K7 League, we have a lot of awesome staff, casters, and players. Just want to give a quick shout out to Heroism for having us on today, as well as our sponsors and Get Good hosts and Rogue Energy. Love those guys to death. They provide good servers to play on, and they provide you with energy so you can play on them. It's a very great symbiotic relationship. But anyways, guys, make sure you come back at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, like Shifty says, in only about an hour and 15 minutes. But this has been LR Academy versus Swift Uprising. Very, very close, despite what people would have originally thought. But it is still going to be going the way of Swift Uprising. And in conclusion, anything else to say, Shifty?
Nah, man. Again, thank you for letting me come and talk about Call of Duty K7. I appreciate all the staff and all the work that goes into making this league possible. And thanks to everybody who joined into the stream. Again, don't fret. This Call of Duty action will be back in just a little bit over an hour. And we will see you guys the next time